All right, so here is an example house that I did that meets all of the criteria that I'm looking for. So, one thing to note is that I made everything in here besides the trees and the little pool deck chairs with only these four shapes, and most of it was just this roof and this box icon. That's really all that I used to make this whole house with pool and everything. So in some of the later videos, I'll show you how I did windows and these bay windows that were a little complex but look kind of cool. And I'll also show you how to bring in items from what's called Thingiverse, which is where these little chairs are from. I did not make those. Um, so it doesn't have to be super complex, but it should kind of look like a house and have some details. So you can notice that like around my windows, I have like that white part. Around my doors, I have some framing. I have sidewalk and a driveway and grass. And like with like the sidewalk and driveway and stuff, it's just one rectangle that I just lowered down. And I wanted the driveway on top of the grass, so I just put it right on top and not underneath, but kinda kept it as low as I could and really thin. So that's the same thing I did with the sidewalk. In the pool, you can actually see it's underground. I didn't really play with that much, but, so it's really lot of things, but they're not super complex things. Like I said, most things here are just with the box and the roof shape. So look at some of those other videos that I'll have posted that show you how to make the windows, or like the fencing and things like that, and how to bring things into Thingiverse. But your house should have some detail like this one. I did make my workplace bigger, so I did that down in this edit grid and I chose custom and did 500 by 500. So if you want to do that too, just to give yourself a little more space and not scale everything really, really tiny. I didn't really worry about scale of like, oh, my ceilings are 8 feet tall, so I'm going to do it 8 millimeters tall. I didn't worry about that. I just kind of did it by looks. And I think it turned out pretty good. One thing that I did to kinda help me, if you're doing, like, a dream house and not your actual house, is I just typed in 'cause I knew I wanted a front porch, house with front porch, and I just looked at images and kinda found one that I liked, so I kinda did this one, but I wanted a little bit more detail in the front, so I kinda based it off of that to get to this, but I added that little extra little look, and then, I knew I wanted to add a little, like, sun deck space, that is, like, my husband's dream is to have a little deck off of our bedroom, even though that'll probably never happen, but I gave him his little dream space there, and did that. So, watch the other videos if you need help or ideas or you think you know how to do it all, go ahead and go for it. You can take a look at that media album that I have posted that shows you a whole bunch of other ideas for houses too that were made in Tinkercad. Some of them are really crazy and they might just give you an idea of like, oh, I really like that. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to do that. So give it a shot and have fun with it.